Hello everybody, welcome back. Some Fallout 4. I went and got Bunker Hill all set up. I went and got the electromagnet. And as you can see, they actually put 4 more high-powered magnets in there, despite me needing to go and get one myself. They still gave me 4 more. But either way, they put in everything we need. So 1, 2, 3. Doesn't matter where you put them or anything, just as long as they are, in fact, built. That door isn't open for some reason. I have a feeling that I can open that door if I go around there. And that could also be why I was not able to find my way to where I needed to go in the first place. Let's see, can I? Because it should be. One is right here, still closed. Alright, well, not going to worry about it then if I can't open both. I don't care. But anyway, the actuators are built.
Excuse me, Proctor Ingram.
That's all 4 actuators. Delivered and done. Nice work.
Right on schedule. I've completed the restoration of Prime's basic functions, and he's ready to go. In fact, it's getting difficult to explain to the system why it can't move right now.
Well, as soon as my scribes get those actuators in place, we'll have his arms and legs installed in no time. Which brings me to your next assignment. It won't be long before Prime can walk and talk, but he's missing one last important element. His nukes. Without them, his offensive systems aren't operating at peak capacity.
Shouldn't be a problem. Just tell me where they are.
I wish I could. Prime's bomb pack is fitted for Mark 28 nuclear bombs. The same type of bombs that were dropped from aircraft during the Great War. The Commonwealth was a major staging area for the military's air force, so we assumed we wouldn't have trouble finding them. But since we arrived, our scouting teams haven't located a single bomb.
That's going to be a problem. Without a fully loaded nuke pack, Prime won't have the firepower to take on the Institute.
She's right.
Of course she's right. But before you give up hope, there's actually a silver lining here. Proctor Quinlan has located some records regarding a military installation, which was used as a nuclear weapons storage facility. We're fairly certain this included a stockpile of the Mark 28s. The catch is that the installation is located somewhere within the glowing sea.
I'll head out there immediately.
Good, because that's exactly what we're asking you to do. Scribe Halen's established a communications point on the frontier of the glowing sea. I suggest you head out there first, and establish a signal protocol with her so that the nukes can be airlifted out once you've located them. Hopefully, by the time you've returned, we'll be ready to wake Prime up, and you can say hello. Good luck, Knight.
Alright. So now this will actually give us an extra location on our map. Because as you can see, Waypoint Echo there, which we didn't have before, even though I do believe we even went there at one point. And I commented that there wasn't anything there. I'm not going to bother to go and get the power armor or anything either. I mean, we have our hazmat suit, but I'm not even going to bother to put that on, I don't think. Because as soon as we talk to Halen here, which is not radiated.
It's good to see you again, Knight. You've come a long way since you stumbled into the Cambridge police station.
Thanks, Halen. I assume the place is still in one piece.
We're doing the best that we can.
Intruder alert!
Wow.
Come back. You don't have
Taking
all
you
the
guys a
equipment you
long
need,
time to do that.
Halen?
It's good to see you again, Knight. You've come a long way since you...
Thanks, Halen.
Stupid
I
trick.
assume the place is still in
Random
one
bugs
piece.
We're
interrupting
doing
my
the best that we can.
conversations.
We've had the occasional synth attack, but so far we've been able to keep them from overrunning us. Thanks to the reinforcements and the air support, I'd say that site was secure.
What about those feral ghouls? They still a problem?
With a vertibird at our disposal? Not a chance. Anyway, I know you don't have time for small talk, so I'll get right to it. I've had the men set up the equipment we'll need to pinpoint you once you've found the bombs. We've rigged up this distress pulsar to emit a unique tone that we'll be listening for. When you find the bombs, plant the pulsar, and we'll handle the rest. After that, you should probably head back to Proctor Ingram and bring her your report.
Doesn't sound too difficult.
Ah, no, not at all. You're only heading back into the most inhospitable place in the entire Commonwealth. Look, I know you've been through the glowing sea before, but remember to keep an eye on your Geiger counter. If you don't, the radiation will cook you from the inside out. Good luck, Knight.
Alright. So with that, I don't know why I hit start. Go into our inventory and slap on a hazmat suit. I wasn't going to, but... And thankfully, we've already been there. I wasn't going to because I didn't think that
That's definitely not
that the inside of this place was radiated,
What the
but
hell is it?
but I'm not 100% on that. I mean, it is a nuclear storage site, so it might be. Okay, now this is the location we've already cleared out because I wasn't sure if we could do this quest at the time. Hopefully... I feel like it definitely wasn't that long ago that we did it, so the barrels might still be cleared out for us. Gotta do though is head down to where the nukes are stored. And actually we're low enough now that I can just drop. Come on. And it doesn't look like this place was radiated because it's definitely taken less. I do like how my health recovered and my radiation got healed, despite us being inside, because that's definitely that solar powered perk. But I didn't think that that would work while we were inside. Apparently it does, because I mean, whatever. Or maybe it just healed while we were talking to Halen. That makes more sense. Because then I put on my hazmat suit, so we were getting less than 1 rads per second. So, all right. And now I do believe that, yep, that door I don't think we could open before. Hello.
Hi.
State your purpose, stranger. You walk on Atom's hallowed ground.
I'm looking for some bombs. Nuclear bombs.
You trivialize that which resides here. This place is holy. The children of Atom have sworn to guard this place until the time of the Great Divide. None shall enter.
Trust me, I'm on your side here. I want to help you out.
Atom has no need of help from non-believers. When he returns to us, these relics will carry his word and his glory to all corners of the earth. That is why they must be safeguarded.
Or don't.
I want to spread his, glory. Look, the bombs will get used, okay? Isn't that what you want?
Perhaps then I have misjudged you. If you would see these relics used, then Atom's will is done. Take this, and prepare to enter his inner sanctum. Follow the brilliance of the glow, and it shall lead you to the relics. May Atom's radiance warm your soul.
Yeah, so obviously you can also kill him. But then you gotta fight other stuff. And there's no real need. Alright. Remote door control. Let us open the door. We don't need to worry about taking control of the turrets, because obviously we
Might find something useful here. You can
aren't
never
going to
have
be
enough
attacked
weapons
by them.
out here. It was an honor to fight at your side.
Yeah, that was weird.
May Atom guide you, brother.
This is Captain Mitch Dunleavy, 132nd Engineering Corps at Sentinel Site Prescott. All lines of communication are down, and we're tracking multiple inbounds on radar. This is a drill. We need confirmation immediately. We've got a lot of nervous soldiers over here, Command. This is the big one. They want to head home to their families before it's too late. Some of the inbounds are getting awfully close. Wait a minute. The inbounds are splitting into multiple targets? Oh, hell. This is it, isn't it? May God have mercy on our souls.
Yep. I imagine with the amount of nukes that got fired at them, seeing that would just be like, yep, we're fucked. Look at them all. Look at all the nukes. Alright, and with that, that part is done, and we should be able, now when we go back, to activate Liberty Prime and get him walking around. And now the fact that we sent Dance to Sanctuary, hopefully that was enough to fix it, so that we can do it the way I want to. Because if it didn't fix it so I can do it the way I want to, it'll be annoying. But like I said, we got one more... Oh, fuck me, I am lost already. We have one more Brotherhood quest that we can do. Oh, I see what happened. You know, it's almost guaranteed that I like missed an elevator or something, isn't it? But yeah, we got one more Brotherhood quest left. That'll give us Dance's personal quest to do, which will unlock his affinity so that we can actually max it out and get his perk, and then we can max out X6's perk here. Oh wait, there is an elevator down here though, is there not? Or no, it's broken or something. I don't know. It'd be real nice if there was. I don't see it though. Oh well. But yeah, then we should be able to max out both him and X6's by affinity. Oh, yeah, here's it over here. By just getting in and out of power armor at Sanctuary. Obviously, I'm not going to make you watch me get in and out of power armor over and over again, but I will show you the conversations that are had with it. Obviously, we got a little bit of progress with X6 and then lost it all, basically, but like I said, the way I want to do the last Brotherhood quest will actually get us a bunch of affinity with X6, so... Other door. So we should be good to go.
That's definitely not pre-war. What the hell is it?
I mean, it is pre-war, though. I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter which one I go to, since it puts me basically right in front of it anyway. Okay, let's get my armor back on. Oops. Alright.
Oh, God. All that on a stick was a really bad idea. Excuse me.
Proctor Ingram.
Looks like the Mark 28s are gonna do the trick. That was a good find.
I'll work with your team to ensure that Prime's bombs remain stable after they're loaded into his pack. It won't be too much of a problem.
Well, Dr. Lee, I have to admit, we couldn't have done this without you.
Well, we could have.
It's a little early to begin celebrating, Proctor Ingram. We haven't fully thrown the switch on Liberty Prime, and I'm just hoping all the work I've done to keep his system stable are gonna hold.
There's only one way to find out.
Absolutely.
Proctor, all the readouts look green. I think it's time for you to perform the power shunt.
Actually, I think I'm gonna let you press the button. After all, without your help, we'd still be staring at a pile of disassembled parts.
It would be better if a trained technician performed that task, but I suppose you deserve to be the one to do it.
The train technician. Yeah, it's literally push button. I think I can handle it.
Liberty Prime, back online.
All right, let's run a basic diagnostic on him.
Diagnostic command accepted.
Give him a moment. He needs to adjust to his new configuration.
Voice module online. Audio functionality test initialized. Designation: Liberty Prime Mark II. Mission: the liberation of Anchorage, Alaska. Primary targets: any and all red Chinese invaders.
Now let me run a system analysis and battle readiness check.
Liberty Prime, full system analysis. All systems nominal. Weapons hot. Warning: nuclear weapon payload depleted. Reload required. Warning: power core offline. Running on external power only. Core restart recommended. Ability to repel red Chinese invaders compromised.
I've got green lights across the board here. He's looking good from where I'm sitting. Doctor, if you wouldn't mind keeping an eye on the big guy here, I'd appreciate it. Well, I have to admit, I wasn't sure we'd be able to pull it off, but Liberty Prime's looking pretty good.
What was that he said about his power core?
Prime's in top shape, but his nuclear engine needs to be restarted. Right now, we have him running off of the Pridwin's engines. Once I get that sorted out, we'll send him off to kick in the Institute's front door. Before you head off to your next assignment, I have something for you. I came up with this little beauty myself. I think it'll add a bit more punch to your power armor.
This wasn't necessary, Ingram.
Come on. You earned the damn thing. Besides, Liberty Prime isn't about to run out and get you a gift. Anyway, that's enough of that. You better hightail it up to the Pridwin. Elder Maxson said he needed to speak to you as soon as you were done here. And thank you, Knight. Without you, none of this would have been possible.
Alright. Up to the Pridwin for our final, in this playthrough, Brotherhood of Steel quest. Hey, and we leveled up again. That's unfortunate, because I have absolutely no idea where to put it. I mean, I guess I could do Cap Collector, but I haven't really been buying or selling anything in this game. My inventories are so full of crap that it's ridiculous. More ammunition, more caps, Mysterious Stranger. Oh, here we go. Better criticals. Why not? Yeah, they do more damage. That makes sense. Just got Critical Banker up so that I get 4 of them, so why the fuck not, right?
It was up to me.
Is there anything you wish to tell me, Knight?
I'm not sure I understand what you're talking about.
I find your ignorance awfully convenient. Proctor Quinlan completed the decryption of the data you retrieved from the Institute. A portion of his findings included a list of synths that went missing or escaped from their underground facility. After careful analysis of the information, we've discovered something unprecedented. Paladin Danse is a perfect match for one of the synths on that list.
That's impossible.
I'm afraid not. The evidence is quite damning. The data you brought back included a record of each subject's DNA. We keep the same information on file for all of our soldiers. Paladin Dance's DNA is a perfect match for a synth they called M797. To make matters worse, he's gone AWOL. Disappeared without a trace. His sudden absence simply reinforces our conclusion that M797 and Paladin Danse are one and the same. I'm finding it difficult to believe that he never confided in you, and then swore you to secrecy.
Uh,
After everything I've achieved, why would I jeopardize my position here?
You make a fair point. Apparently, I've misjudged you, which means I've decided to take you at your word. However, that doesn't absolve you of your duty. Dance is a synth. He represents everything we hate. A monstrosity of technology. Our mission in the Commonwealth is clear. The Institute and its creations need to be destroyed in order to preserve our future. Which leaves me facing the most difficult order I've ever given. I'm ordering you to hunt down Dance and execute him.
Isn't there some other way?
Hunting synths is what I do best.
Absolutely not. My decision is final. Listen, I'm not blind to the fact that Dance was your mentor, and this isn't an easy burden to bear. But if we're to remain strong, we can't afford to make exceptions. Even when it means executing one of our own. Find Proctor Quinlan. He's been analyzing the data and should be able to provide you with a starting point. And Knight, there's a promotion for you riding on the results of these orders. So don't disappoint me. You're dismissed.
Alright, so there's actually two different options that you can take there to get the affinity for X6. You can either do the one I did or just tell them that you're not going to execute Dance. Either one will work.
Oh, Knight. I was told you were coming. Sorry about this business with Dance.
What do you know about this situation?
While I was decrypting all of the data you acquired from within the Institute, I came across a list. It appears that the Institute keeps exemplary records where their synths are concerned, including logging those that were reported missing. As I was perusing this list, I came across an image of Dance under the heading M797. A quick DNA comparison with our own records told the rest of the tale. I'm certain this comes as quite a shock to you, Knight. I'm sorry.
I don't want to talk about it.
I understand. On to your orders, then. I've been poring over Dance's duty reports, and unfortunately, I haven't found any concrete information. As you're well aware, Dance had intimate knowledge of the Commonwealth, and I'm afraid he could be seeking refuge anywhere. I think our best approach would be to identify every location he's ever visited and eliminate them as possibilities one by one. You may want to get comfortable. This could take quite a bit of...
What the hell is this crap about Dance being a synth?
I assume your outburst was a reference to some doubt regarding Dance's identity. I can assure you that my findings are quite accurate, Scribe.
So he sets Dance up, and then you knock him down. Is that it?
I don't like your tone, Halen.
My tone. Who cares about protocol at a time like this? I can't believe that after everything Paladin Dance did for you, you're just gonna turn your back on him like this. There's obviously been a mistake, and we need to get to the bottom of it.
Scribe Halen, you're addressing a senior officer, and you will show him the respect that he's due. Or so help me, I'll have you brought up on charges. Now, unless you're here with information that can assist us, I suggest you return to the police station immediately.
Of course. My apologies, Proctor. I believe I have some information that's relevant to the search.
Very well then. Would you care to enlighten us? Or do we have to wait until you decide to grace us with your knowledge?
Knight, if you'd accompany me to the flight deck, I'd like to show you the information I've compiled firsthand. I've stored the data on my vertibird gunship's computer.
I'll take anything that gets me closer to finding Dance.
Yes, sir.
Proceed, Knight. I'll continue doing my research here.
If you'll follow me, sir.
Alright. So yeah, Dance is a synth. Oh no, the horror. Whatever shall we do with him? So this quest, I mean, the Brotherhood main quest in general, apparently used to have a completely different outcome. Or like a different, like a alternate outcome anyway, where Dance actually takes over the Brotherhood of Steel, and potentially one where you get control of the Brotherhood of Steel with Dance's support. Yeah, it's weird, but whatever.
Scribe?
Do you actually plan on killing Paladin Dance?
I haven't decided yet.
Well, before you do, I need you to listen to what I have to say. I've known Paladin Dance ever since I was an initiate. He trained me, showed me the ropes, and when I screwed up, he taught me to dust myself off and move on. He's earned my admiration, my respect, and my friendship. I don't care what Quinlan's report says. I don't care if he's a machine or not. He's still Dance.
Why are you telling me all of this?
Because someone has to before you rush off and carry out Maxon's orders without thinking about what you're doing. Dance is the most selfless person I've ever met. I've watched him risk his own life based on nothing more than principle alone. That's why I'm asking you. Not just as a member of the Brotherhood, but as a human being. Give him a chance. Let him tell his side of the story. If you're not convinced by what he says, or somehow he's become truly lost to us, then you do what you have to do.
No sense in wasting what could be a valuable asset.
All right, I'll hear him out.
That's all that I ask. I'll just have to trust that when the time comes, you'll do the right thing. Before the Pribwin showed up, Dance had me identify a fallback point if we ever lost the police station. It was Listening Post Bravo, an old pre-war US military outpost on the northern frontier of the Commonwealth. It's isolated, and we're the only ones that knew about it. So, there's a good chance that's where he's headed. Just be careful. There's no telling what state of mind he's in right now, or if he trusts any of us at all.
Alright. This way to the exit. So yeah, Listening Post Bravo, which I think we've been to before. I'm not sure if that's a location that...
If you run into any synths...
Oh, you know what? That might be a location where we can go, where we went to it, but like there was a locked off section or something, maybe.
The Prydwen is a magnificent ship, and we're lucky to have...
Yeah. So we've already been here, but we'll see what
Come
if
on
they're
out
still.
and let's get this over with. Eliminated.
All right. Yeah. See, I don't think that we could use the elevator last time. Maybe. I don't know. Like I said,
Going down.
considering where the location of this, odds are we were here rather early in the playthrough.
Unidentified intruder detected.
Let's do this.
Yes.
Yeah, so there's Dan's. Yeah, I do remember this location now.
Hi.
I'm not surprised Maxon sent you. He never liked to do the dirty work himself.
I don't understand what's going on, Dance.
Believe me, this is more of a shock to me than it is to you. I didn't know. Until Quinlan got that list decoded, I thought synths were the enemy. I never expected to hear that I was one of them. If it wasn't for Halen, we wouldn't even be having this conversation. So, what are your orders? Does Maxon even want me alive?
How could you not know that you're a synth?
It doesn't make
That's a
sense to
good
me
question.
either. It just feels like a cruel joke. I remember being a child. I remember growing up in the ruins, everything. I suppose they programmed that all into my head. I mean, I feel like I've been in control of my entire life, making my own decisions and determining my own fate. Even though the proof states I'm a synth, I don't feel any different than I did before. I still feel like a human. Why does any of this even matter to you? You're obviously here to carry out Maxon's order.
No. But I'm hoping there's a way out.
Don't be ridiculous. Look, I'm not blind to the fact that we're good friends, and this must be very difficult for you. I wish Maxon had sent someone else, but that doesn't change a thing. I'm a synth, which means I need to be destroyed. If you disobey your orders, you're not only betraying Maxon, you're betraying the Brotherhood of Steel and everything it stands for. Synths can't be trusted. Machines were never meant to make their own decisions. They need to be controlled. Technology that's run amok is what brought the entire world to its knees, and humanity to the brink of extinction. I need to be the example, not the exception.
The empathy that you're showing me, it's a human emotion.
I appreciate what you're trying to do, but I've made my decision. I'm ready to accept the consequences of my true identity. Maxon's ordered you to execute me, and I'll be damned if I'm going to stand in your way.
No. I won't do it, Dance.
I can't believe you'd risk your life just to keep me alive. Why would you do that for me?
Hey, he loved that.
You're the proof that Maxon's wrong. You're a synth, but everything you've done has been for the good of mankind.
You're right. How could I have been so blind? I'm not technology that's gone out of control. I've been a benefit to mankind, not its downfall. Perhaps now that you've opened my eyes, I can consider my next move.
Whatever you decide to do, I've got your back.
Thank you, my friend. But I have my own path to follow. The only clear choice is for me to leave the Commonwealth. The sooner I make for the border, the sooner I put this behind me. Take my holotags. Use them to prove that your mission was a success, or Maxon will just send someone else to hunt me down. Now, come on. Let's get the hell out of here.
Now, this may seem weird to you guys, because it's like, but how are you? Oh yeah, and also Dance prefers it if you don't kill him. Shockingly enough, Dance loves that, which actually gets rid of that, hated that when we gave Sturgis the holotape. But anyway, yeah, we're not quite done with this yet. And even though he says he's going to leave the Commonwealth, he doesn't.
Ground floor.
Alright, now with that, I'm going to quick save.
How dare you betray the Brotherhood?
It's not his fault. It's mine.
I'll deal with you in a moment. Knight, why has this thing not been destroyed?
I refuse because your orders are ridiculous.
How dare you? Dance isn't a man. It's a machine. An automaton created by the Institute. It wasn't born from the womb of a loving mother. It was grown within the cold confines of a laboratory. Flesh is flesh. Machine is machine. The two were never meant to intertwine. By attempting to play God, the Institute has taken the sanctity of human life and corrupted it beyond measure.
After all I've done for the Brotherhood, all the blood I've spilled in our name, how can you say that about me?
You're the physical embodiment of what we hate most. Technology that's gone too far. Look around you, Dance. Look at the scorched earth and the bones that litter the wasteland. Millions, perhaps even billions, died because science outpaced man's restraint. They called it a new frontier and pushing the envelope, completely disregarding the repercussions. Can't you see the same thing is happening again? You're a single bomb in an arsenal of thousands, preparing to lay waste to what's left of mankind.
Dance wants to save mankind, not destroy it.
You're as delusional as you are insubordinate. How can you trust the word of a machine that thinks it's alive? A machine that's had its mind erased, its thoughts programmed, its very soul manufactured. Those ethics that it's striving to champion aren't even its own. They were artificially inserted in an attempt to have it blend into society.
It's true. I was built within the confines of a laboratory, and some of my memories aren't my own. But when I saw my brothers dying at my feet, I felt sorrow. When I defeated an enemy of the Brotherhood, I felt pride. And when I heard your speech about saving the Commonwealth, I felt hope. Don't you understand? I thought I was human, Arthur. From the moment I was taken in by the Brotherhood, I've done absolutely nothing to betray your trust, and I never will.
It's too late for that now. The Institute has foolishly chosen to grant you life. You simply should not exist. I don't intend to debate this any longer. My orders stand.
It's all right. We did our best. You convinced me that I was wrong to be ashamed of my true identity, and I thank you for it. Whatever you decide, know that I'm going to my grave with no anger and no regrets.
Touching. Either you execute Dance, or I will, Knight. The choice is yours.
After all the sacrifices I've made, and all the battles I've fought for the Brotherhood, you need to listen to me. You owe me that much.
Very well. I'm listening.
Whether he's human or not, Dan saved the lives of countless Brotherhood soldiers. Now it's time you saved his.
You're a stubborn man. So, it appears we've arrived at an impasse. Allowing Dance to live undermines everything the Brotherhood stands for. Yet you insist that he remains alive, which leaves me with only a single alternative. Dance, as far as I'm concerned, you're dead. You were pursued and slain by this Brotherhood Knight, and your remains were incinerated. From this day forward, you are forbidden to set foot on the Pridwin, or speak to anyone from the Brotherhood of Steel. Should you choose to ignore me, know you'll be fired upon immediately. Do we understand each other?
I do. Thank you for believing in me, Arthur.
Don't mistake my mercy for acceptance. The only reason you're still alive is because of him. I'm returning to the Pridwin Knight. Take some time. Say your goodbyes. And then I expect to see you there. We still have the Institute to deal with.
Alright. So
Solid
X88 and Dance loves that.
Hey.
It took a hell of a lot of guts to stand up to Maxon like that.
At least we know he isn't chasing you anymore. If you stay here, you should be safe.
That's an excellent suggestion. I didn't plan on spending the rest of my days at this old listening post, but it will have to do. Besides, you're still going to need my help, and I'll be damned if I'm going to let you wander the Commonwealth alone. Now, you better get back to the Pridwin. In the meantime, I'll start making this bunker more livable. If you ever need me, I'll be right here.
What about Halen?
I don't think Maxon knew she was involved, so she'll be safe. I'll contact her and let her know what happened here. It's the least I could do.
Goodbye, Dance.
Farewell. I hope the next time we meet...
Alright, so with that, we might even...
You're making the Brotherhood proud. You're one hell of a soldier.
Okay, so he's not currently available as a companion because we need to go back and do this quest. Or finish off this quest. So yeah, it's weird that you have to do that to unlock. Now, from what I read, it sounded like...
Reporting is ordered, Elder.
Before we continue, I want to make one thing clear. This conversation will be the last time we speak about Dance. As far as the Brotherhood of Steel is concerned, he's dead. Do you understand?
Understood.
Good. Of course. Dance's execution creates a missing link in our chain of command. That traitor held quite an important position with us. I'm certain that you'll make a fine replacement. His quarters and all his possessions are now yours, including his personal suit of power armor. Congratulations, Paladin.
I won't disappoint you, Elder.
Had I even a single doubt in my mind, I wouldn't have awarded you the promotion. Just be aware that a Brotherhood Paladin is expected to be a symbol of integrity to our brothers and sisters. I trust you won't disappoint them, or disappoint me. In any event, we still have the Institute to contend with, and a lot of work to do before we can begin our final assault. While the finishing touches are being put onto Liberty Prime, Captain Kells has identified a potential threat to our operations. Report to him immediately for your next assignment. Ad Victoriam, Paladin.
Alright. So with that, Blind Betrayal is done, and we are never going to go and talk to Kells, because as soon as you talk with him, I think it's either as soon as he finishes the conversation, you immediately become enemies of the railroad, I think. Now, I don't know. Like I said, I will go and check back at the listening post to see if Dance is still there.
Looks fortified.
Well, he's not here at the very least. I mean, he's probably downstairs if he is here, but because I know that when I was researching, how far I could go down every quest line and everything before having to stop, it commented that if you don't send Dance somewhere else, then once this quest is complete, he'll head to the Boston airport because that's what's considered his home base. Oh yeah, also he gets an upgrade.
You lead the way, and I'll always be close behind.
Paladin Dance.
Ready to continue our mission, soldier?
That depends. How are you feeling?
I'm locked and loaded and ready to take on the enemy. When you're ready to go, I'm right behind you.
Alright, so yeah, as you can see, he's in Exo 1 armor. I'm going to say not right now.
Let me know.
Uh-huh.
Because I am going to quick save here.
Look alive.
Go ahead. Here you go.
Yeah, thanks.
You should head home.
I'll be ready when you need me again.
Okay, so we're going to send him to Sanctuary. The way that Dance talks also, it kind of makes it seem almost like this place was going to be a settlement as well. Now, the reason why I quick saved there, and immediately lost Dance, who decided to go stand in the water, is because, like I said, I'm pretty sure that
Paladin
taking
Dance?
him...
Ready to continue our mission, soldier?
Ready.
Roger that. If we want to win...
Yeah, well, Dance is your companion, your enemies
we
with
have
the
to
brothers.
spread the word of the Brotherhood across the Commonwealth. Inquiring
Okay, so
about
now we can
anything
talk.
in particular?
Dance. I think...
Affirmative. Ad Victoriam.
And now we can send him where we want. So now we'll send him to Sanctuary Hills. That quest actually took way longer than I thought. There we go. Now you are no longer enemies with the Brotherhood of Steel. But yeah, as long as he's with you, you are, but then just dismissing him fixes it. But yeah, if you... I guess that's probably why they make him stay here, because if you do send them to the Boston airport, Liberty Prime, assuming that he's already walking around, is essential. Dance is a companion and therefore essential. So Dance and Liberty Prime will fight for all eternity if you send him back to the Boston airport while Liberty Prime is active. Alright. But with that, we ourselves should be able to head back to Sanctuary. And I will now cut until we get a conversation with one of the two guys that we need here, with one of our companions. Alright, so I got Dance up.
Hey.
All right. Did you have time for that personal matter I mentioned?
Sounds important. Go ahead.
It is important, but I don't even know where to begin. There's so much I wanted to say.
Well, take a deep breath and start from the beginning.
I'll try. I've spent my entire life, or at least what I perceive as my life, following a plan to shape my own future. But since my banishment, I feel lost. Almost like I exist without purpose. For the first time since that moment I signed up with the Brotherhood, I don't have all the answers. I don't have a plan, and it scares the hell out of me.
It's impossible to plan your life. Hell, I didn't expect to wake up 200 years into the future.
Yet you've been able to roll with every punch that's been thrown at you. Don't you understand? Everything I had, everything I knew is gone. In the span of a few hours, my identity was ripped from me and my world turned upside down. At least what you had was something tangible, something real. Your wife, your son. They were living, breathing humans who loved you and cared for you. Those sons of bitches who created me couldn't even be bothered to implant memories of having siblings or parents. I don't even know how much of my own past is artificial and how much is real. Can you even imagine that? I started out as nothing, and I've ended up as nothing. And I don't know what the hell to do about it.
Hang in there, Dance. You need to fight this thing.
I'm not giving up. Not yet. I suppose you're right. Maybe I'm just missing the point. My life's starting over. And I need to come to terms with everything I've lost and everything I've gained. Which includes something important you've made me realize. I don't know if it's friendship or an anomaly in my programming. After all, I'm not really human. But whatever it is, I can't deny that I'm feeling closer to you than anyone else I've ever met.
I'm flattered that you trust me with your feelings like this. Thank you.
You're welcome. If anyone deserves to know how I really feel, it's you. Look, I know that this has been difficult for you. In fact, I don't envy some of the recent decisions you've had to make. If our roles had been reversed, I'm not so sure I could have handled it as well as you did. Whatever the case may be, I just want to thank you for sticking by me, and remind you that what I said before still stands. If you need me, I'll be here for you.
Alright, so there we go. We now got the, yes, Andrew, can I help you? Yes, my bunny, what do you need? Anyway, know your enemy perk. Perk chart. Nope, that's the wrong kind of perks. Here we go. Now, I think that this is actually a fairly useful one because it gives you a bunch of damage or resistance. 20% more damage against feral ghouls, super mutants, and simps, which is quite a few enemies in this game. 20% more damage against you. Now, it's understandable why this is near the end of the Brotherhood of Steel questline, but at the same time, it's so good that it's annoying that it's near the end of the Brotherhood of Steel questline. Well, I was going to just dismiss it. Alright, so I shall be back when we get a conversation with X6.
Got a minute to talk, sir?
Of course.
When Father told us about you, and who you were, it was clear he had certain biases. How could he not? He's your son, and proud of it. When he shared his plan for you to take his place, well, a lot of us thought that was more than just pride. It was narcissism. How would you, an outsider who knew nothing about us, run the Institute? We all had our doubts. Me, maybe more than most. But now, after watching the way you operate, well, I have to admit, I was wrong. It's clear to me now that Father knew what he was doing, and I should have trusted him.
You should have more faith in him.
I know. Believe me, I appreciate everything he's done. Probably more than you realize. I know that you haven't had much time with him. But I can tell you honestly, sir, Father is a great man. I believe in his plan for the future. I'll do anything in my power to make sure that future becomes a reality. Do I like wading through the filth that is the Commonwealth and all of its vermin? Of course not. But if that's what the Institute needs me to do, then I'll do it. My point is, you should be proud to call him your son.
I hope you're right, X6. I want you to be right.
Give it time, sir. You'll see. Anyway, I've said what I wanted to say. Thanks for listening.
Alright, so we've got him up to admired from doing stuff. Yeah, alright. The synth, it's a little weird because he obviously has a lot more personality than you would think the Courser should have, right? Like the regular synths in that I can see them giving personalities because, they have to interact with people, right? Like even the ones just cleaning and that in the institute, they're going to have interactions with people on a regular basis. So give them at least a little bit of a personality so that it's not like you're talking to a machine, right? But to me, the coursers should have been basically soulless killing machines. Like, maybe it's just me, but I mean, I feel like considering what their purpose is, it would have made more sense for that. But anyway, I'll be back once I've got him even higher. Alright, so I didn't get the last dialogue with X6. I don't know if it's bugged or something, but I've been going for almost 2 hours now, getting likes, getting X6 like that, like this, X6 like this. So as you can see, I got my little ottoman
Heads
here.
up.
What do you need?
Get into
Which
position.
he keeps
You got
fucking
it,
sitting
sir.
on. And all I've been doing basically is sitting here, waiting for 2 hours. And I get up, get in the power armor, and then every 2 days, I can also craft a weapon mod and an armor mod to get 2 additional likes to raise his affinity. But I've been doing this now for so long. Like I said, my recording is at 2 hours, so you can see how long this video is to see just how much time I've cut out of this. And yeah, I don't know if it's bugged or anything. Before I start recording the next part, I'll run around with him a little bit and just like run through some areas with raiders and that and kill them. Just to see if I can get his fucking thing to activate, because I'm under the impression right now that it's bugged, because there's no way that it shouldn't have been right now. I looked up multiple things. It's like you need like 60 some or 70 some likes. I get 24 likes. Well, I guess 24. 27 likes every time I craft. So every 2 days I get 27 likes. I've been going at it for 4 days now, so I'm over 50 likes. Like well over 50 likes, and I just like it's I don't know, like either we got way more or we lost way more affinity with him than I originally thought when we handed in the tapes and whatnot, or something, but I just
I
can't
just want to trade a few things.
for the life of me get him to max out the affinity. So I mean, I don't. So yeah, I'm going to try for a little bit longer, but if the video ends here, thanks everybody for watching, and I'll see you next time where I'll hopefully have his affinity maxed out.